Hello my friends, Patrick here, and today finally I am bringing you my review of the Nintendo NES Mini, the so-called advent of retro gaming. And to be honest, I was interested when I saw it for the first time. I talked about it in one of my previous videos, and I also unboxed one that one of my friends had actually brought from Singapore. Because in Australia it was sold out instantly at pre-order, so a lot of people missed out. There was about 40,000 sold very quickly. But when I first saw it, I was excited. But then as I read on and I realized what they've actually done with the system, I felt that I should just neglect it and forget about it, and ended up with a Raspberry Pi, you can see just in the back over there, which pretty much does everything plus 10 times more of one of these Nintendo NES Minis. So when I did ask my mate, say, hey mate, can I check it out? Can I review it? I'll give it back to you honestly and within, the weekend. So I had this for the weekend and I thought, is that enough time to try it out? Well, actually it is. There's only 30 games, and if you play a whole day of it, will you ever come back to it? That's a question you have to ask yourself. So if you are able to buy it still in Australia, it's $99. In Singapore, it was $150 Australian dollars, both numbers in that regard. So what is it? What is it like to use, and does it bring back those fantastic memories that we had in the 80s and when we loved to play those games late at night when the parents went to sleep and you could turn the TV on just a smidgen just to hear Mario pocket those coins. So look, it's 30 games. It's the most popular Nintendo games there were, and of course on the back of the box there are the most notable ones like Mario, Pac-Man, Castlevania, Metroid, and all those absolute gems. And that's what they are. These things are gems. But is this device a gem? Well, look, from my point of view, for $100, it is a little bit expensive for something that only has 30 games and feels like one of those devices that you used to buy for $30, $20, where you used to have a few games and play on it. Basically, black and white, where you have Tetris and things like that. That's what it really reminds me of, because it's not made for our generation. It's made for our generation, but it's not made in this century or this timeline. First of all, let's start off with the controller. The controller, my friends, is original, looks good, feels good, the clickiness is great, and the cable is 75 centimeters, which is absolutely pathetic. Now, apparently, there is a reason for it, and that is because the technology that controls this and the 1ms sort of, limit, or, well, actually not the limit, but to get the most accurate clicks, you needed a short cable, because the technology built into this doesn't allow any cable further. You start losing and you start getting a input lag on what you press and what you see on the TV. Okay, how did we beat that today? How has Xbox One and PlayStation 4 beat that today? You tell me. Why is it that Nintendo cannot make a wireless controller for this device that has 1ms? Logitech has a mouse that has 1ms. A mouse, much more accurate than a few buttons. And then the other side of it is the cost. If they make this wireless controller, there'd be a cost. Guess how much the Raspberry Pi costs? 65 bucks. Sorry, $60 delivered. Really? $100? $150 in Singapore? Not a wireless controller? That is my first complaint, because this is extremely short. As you can see in some of the background videos that I'm posting through now, I had to sit in front of the TV like I did when I was 8. I had to be right there in my face, but with a 55-inch TV, it's a big difference in a 20-inch CRT. But hey, you can get some cool effects by going into the menu and making it CRT. That's some nice little lines coming through the screen, which is kind of cool. Look, there's a few nifty things. The other thing is the actual console. It's very small, almost the size of a Raspberry Pi motherboard. It has an HDMI out, a 5-volt micro USB in, on button, a reset button, and 2 controllers, old school port controllers. And that's it. Plastic box. Really? $100? 30 games? Can you sort of see that I'm a bit disappointed at what they have packaged and what could have been? All they had to do was put a small memory card in the side and or even connected it to the internet and made like an app store where you buy these old games, that huge catalog that they have from Nintendo, and you can play by purchasing it for $1 or $2. How awesome would that have been? Oh, and make the controller wireless. Now that is what I mean by our generation. Controllers, wireless, put this near your TV. It looks cool, looks really nice, but I'm not gonna sit in front of it. And having the HDMI cable just hanging out does not look good these days in your home TV, because the people that are buying this now have kids. They probably are a lot older and they don't really want all this stuff hanging out. I've got a dong. If I left this hanging out, the thing would be chewed through. But Nintendo decided to literally take the old console, which is the original one here behind me, and shrink it, including the cable. Am I happy with it? Yeah, it brought a lot of memories back. It brought a lot of fun times, classic times. But to be honest, I got bored very, very quickly. Is retro gaming a thing? Well, I don't know. If I had kids, I would buy this for them and tell them this is your PlayStation 4, 5, 6, whatever. Start off on this and move up. That's what I would do. And apparently a guy did that with one of his kids. Apparently it worked out really well. But that's what I would do. If you have a kid, you want to show him how you grew up, cheapest, best way to do it. If you want to teach a kid some life skills and also enjoy those classics and many more, get a Raspberry Pi and a controller, PlayStation 4 wireless controller. Or get him one of those $6 controllers that I showed. They look almost exactly the same, but they're USB and you can use them for all sorts of things. But this is a collector's item. This is something that down the line is going to be worth just a little bit less than the original console. And that's why I think it sold out so quickly in Australia, because we are nostalgic. But when it actually comes to a proper product, we're blinded. 30 games? Nintendo, that's pathetic. Old school technology with cables? Just because of costs? It's empty. But hey, it's a Nintendo Entertainment System. Can you go wrong with it? Probably not. Are you going to enjoy it? Yeah, maybe for an hour or two. Are you going to play with a friend? Well, Mario Kart's not on here, so I guess not. But does it look cool on your TV or on your area or anywhere in a box that's sealed, not opened, worth a bit more? Well, yes, it does. It's a collector's item. That's what I think it is. It's a quick cash grab from Nintendo. I feel like they put zero effort in it and probably stuffed a Raspberry Pi in there. To be honest, I don't know. Would I buy it? If somebody gave me 20 bucks for it, yes, I'd buy it for 20, $50 at max. 100, 150, maybe not. But if I was a collector, if I was so damn interested in it, I would definitely buy it, seal it in a box, and leave it on my shelf, because that's really where it belongs. It's a collector's item, a fun collector's item. Guys, thank you very much for watching on my review of the Nintendo NES. And look, if you disagree, let me know in the comments. This is just my point of view, what I feel about it. And look, like I said, if it wasn't that price, maybe I'd get a few. But it got sold out. The only way to get it was through Singapore, through a friend. Not even mine, I'm giving it back. So, thanks for watching. Thumbs up if you liked it, thumbs up if you didn't. Subscribe to see more. And I have more coming soon. So guys, stay tuned. Thank you very much.